There is nothing standing in between me and my dreams. Welcome, friends, to this first very video in this channel. What I would like to say here is that I'm usually very much inclined to actually do the things that I want to be doing, and I'm going to put my watch on right now for the viewers, for everybody to see what the very first session is going to look like, when I'm just going to freestyle my lines and warm up to get ready for the talking of the day. Oh, voice, yeah, oh, voice. Good morning, decoding human behavior. Good morning, decoding human behavior. What we are talking about here is how to understand where a certain behavior is coming from and then what to do to change it. Once we see what the root cause of the behavior is, we can then identify the solution in the sense of the strategy that we need to use to overcome this problem and apply it effectively in habits. In order to change a behavior, we have to change our habits and incorporate healthy habits into our lives. And I'm realizing as I'm flowing how much more relaxed I am, how much more focused I am towards giving value and understanding the thoughts and behavior patterns of my target audience, his or her doubts, the desires, the wants, the fears, everything that a person in my target audience is concerned with. Giving, understanding who I am and who he or she is and who we all are. Behavior. Decoding human behavior. What we want to make sure as we decode human behavior, that is finding one behavior that you don't like, that you probably have struggled with in the past for many years, potentially in your family even for many generations. Decoding human behavior. One behavior that we would like to address and change. In order to change the behavior, we, taking care of the voice, we have to understand where the behavior is coming from. The root cause of the behavior. Once we understood the root cause of the behavior, where it is coming from and what is causing it, what are the factors that are supporting the behavior in its structure and in its constellation among the family of the individual, what sustains the problem, what creates the problem. I'm taking care that my head is not angled as I speak, but I focus on the positive and say my head is straight, with a clear mind and a straight head. Behavior. Decoding human behavior. In order to decode a behavior, we have to find the root cause of the behavior, that which brings the behavior about. Once we understand what brings the behavior about, we can then design and devise solutions for this behavior. Once we understand where this behavior fits in the scheme of the constellation of the family unit of the individual, of the client, the viewer, in my cherished target audience that I would like to address and reach and talk to and persuade and convince and give to, saying things in the way that my target audience wants to receive it, the thoughts that they have in their mind, the unspoken thoughts, the unspoken concerns, ideas for content are pouring forth. Yay, 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 ya hey, ya hey, ya ha ha. Hey, decoding human behavior with the thoughts and the emotions of my target audience. The challenging, the triggering, the encouraging, the doubtful, the hurtful, the content ideas are pouring forth. 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 Yes, content ideas are pouring forth. Voice, 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 yahoo! Content ideas are pouring forth. Decoding human behavior. When we are concerned with a type of behavior that we would like to change and shift, we have to understand the root cause of the behavior. What is this behavior triggered by? What does this behavior come about by? What is causing the behavior? What are the factors surrounding the behavior that keep up the behavior and that we need to unhook in order to change the behavior? We want to understand what are the constraining causes and what are the, let's call it, channels of energy that give this behavior energy and use this behavior in a way to meet our human needs, our emotional needs, our energetic needs. When we think about energies that we all have within ourselves, we can certainly name physical energy, and sometimes a behavior is a way to balance the physical energy in the body. I will give you an example. If, for example, somebody is concerned with eating too much late at night or very savory dinner items, the question is, what does this behavior serve? The question that we want to ask ourselves is, what does this behavior serve? And so the same behavior can be brought about by a varying degree, by a varying range of factors. One of those factors is so the behavior can serve varying purposes. One of the purposes that this behavior can serve, of eating savory dinner items late at night, is relaxation. Another purpose that it can serve is giving emotional comfort. Another reason potentially for the same behavior would be to be used as an access cue into an emotion of sadness, for example. A lot of people, sometimes people realize that sharp, little break, 3-minute break. 1, 2, 3, practice session number 2, decoding human behavior, voice, posture, head position straight. I am, yes I am, yes I am, yes I am, yes I am. Decoding human behavior. When we are talking about decoding human behavior, what we need to understand is why the behavior is occurring in the first place. What is it that is bringing that behavior about? And then once we understand what is bringing this behavior about, then we can design and devise a strategy in order to change this behavior. In order to change this behavior, we will get into a habit of momentum. You probably have noticed that in your own personal lives, that oftentimes when we move through life, we move either in a negative direction or we move into a positive direction. The reason for that being that life is cyclical and momentum happens. So we take actions, we make decisions, and both our thoughts and our internal state reinforce the momentum of the habit. Because habits are like structures that build onto each other. A lot of basic habits make time and make energy for more important habits. For example, positivity, belief, friends, and actions. Getting into the habit of action. Positivity, belief, friends, and actions. Positivity, belief, friends, and actions. Positivity, belief, friends, and actions. Positivity means that we're living in a state of positivity, of higher vibration. Because as we get into a state of higher vibration, we receive better ideas, better creative approaches to resolve the problems that we are facing in our lives. Belief means that we act from a place of belief, not from a place of doubt. Here again, the belief helps you come up with better ways to get to where you want to get to by attracting different kinds of solutions. How, when the belief that the outcome is already accomplished is firmly held and it feels authentic, it feels real, then we come up with much better solutions for the path to get to where we want to go. And we tend to realize that then when we go about it in a structured and detailed step-by-step way, that we will get to our outcome much faster. Positivity, belief, friends, and action. Positivity, belief, friends, and action. Yes, positivity, belief, friends, and actions. Basics, basics, basics. Basic concepts, getting the basics right, getting the basics right, getting the basics right, getting the basics right. Yes, I am getting the basics right and I am helping my clients get the basics right. Getting the basics right. Getting the basics right. Getting the basics right. That is very important. Positivity. That we hold ourselves in a state of positivity, of telling oneself kind and empowering thoughts, constructive thoughts leading to the accomplishment of the outcome, what is worked on in that set time period. Positivity. Positivity is ROI positive. Positivity is ROI positive. Positivity is ROI positive. Yes, positivity is ROI positive. Belief is ROI positive. Connection with friends and taking action is very obviously ROI positive. But positivity and belief, not so much so. Positivity and belief are ROI positive. Positivity and belief are ROI positive. You tend to make better decisions from a place of positivity. You tend to receive higher quality ideas and more creative solutions to the situations, to the problems that you are facing, that you are dealing with. Positivity is ROI positive. Yes, positivity is ROI positive. Positivity is ROI positive. Belief 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 is ROI positive. We spend less time in a doubtful state. It is a continuum between belief and doubt. It is not either or. It's how much do I believe in myself, in my service, in that I am there where I want to be, in the story that I'm telling myself of who I am. How much do I believe in that? And how can that be shifted? How much do I believe in the story, and can I just write a new one instead of retelling the old story so many times? If I just used the energy instead of retelling the old story numerous times, and utilizing the energy instead to write a new story and break the new story down in areas of accomplishment, what I would like to accomplish and what I would like to accomplish in each of those areas, breaking it down to action steps, and then getting up and having a good time of just doing, because life is doing. Life is full of actions, and it is meant to be so. Things need to be cleaned, things need to be defended, things need to be attended to, taken care of, maintenance. Life is active. We need to eat, we need to go places, we need to see people. We have all different kinds of energies that need to be in balance. Whether that is our physical energy, which we also get taken care of by ingesting foods, by exercise. There is social and emotional energy that we receive and give to other people intimately in our lives or our communities, the friends that we have, the people that we surround ourselves with, that we exchange energy and thoughts and feelings with, and experience, obviously. Lost the thought. Positivity, belief, friends and actions. 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 Positivity, belief, friends and action. Positivity, belief, friends and actions. Yes, of course. Positivity and belief are ROI positive. Just come back to the other topic another time. ROI positive. Positivity and belief are 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 ROI positive. And repetition is the mother of skill. Doing things many times and staying excited while doing so, being in the flow and having fun practicing. Decoding human behavior. When we are thinking about decoding human behavior, we are thinking about actions that we take, either behaviors, what we want to do, or the things that we don't want to do and we continue to do them for some reason. And that is the reason that we want to uncover, that we want to find out in decoding our behavior. That we find the reason of why we are actually doing things that we do. Because once we know why we do the things that we do, we can shift it so that the outcome of doing something unconsciously does no longer occur to us, because we are not unconsciously running the same pattern. Decoding human behavior is about seeing the pattern of behavior and understanding the cause of the behavior, that which brings the behavior about. And then when we understand the cost, the cost, the cost, the cost, once we understand the cause of the behavior, we can shift the behavior. Once we understand the cause of the behavior, we can shift the behavior. I will give you a very basic example. Let's say somebody struggled with eating late at night. Now, this behavior can come about through many different reasons. One reason for that behavior can be that the person in this case is energetically in the need for relaxation. So oftentimes, what we then find out is where in the psyche of the client is a belief that says, I need to live my life a certain way, and through the ramifications of that, then it feels emotionally that there is not enough time in the day, and then food is used as a means to wind down physiologically. That is one reason to explain the same behavior. The second way to explain the same behavior is, so the first would be a physiological need. The physiological need to wind down the physiological system, the body. It is a physiological need. The second one is much more of an emotional need. Let's say somebody utilizes food to comfort themselves, or here is to be, to utilize that pattern that has formed as a kind of access cue into the behavior, into the emotion of sadness. Oftentimes then, sadness wants to be released because of some internal holding on to sadness or not having processed that. Want to be careful with trauma here. Da 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 da. Decoding human behavior. So one way to explain the same behavior would be as a physiological need. The second way to explain the same behavior is an emotional need for comfort or for sadness, because all of us have an emotional home where we live, and we tend to return to that emotional home. It feels familiar. And as we do that, oftentimes behaviors serve as access cues for emotions that want to be processed and want to be released. I call this a release and relief patterns. And this can happen for emotions such as sadness, emotions such as anger, emotions such as guilt. We tend to, so think of it this way, when we hold on to an emotion inside of us, and I hope you apologize for not looking into the camera. I'm not apologizing for not looking into the camera. Practice. Yes. Where were we? Decoding human behavior. There are many ways to explain the same behavior and to hold my focus and still remain in the flow. Remaining in the flow. Yes. There are many ways to explain the same behavior. Short stop. Okay. Yeah, practice session number 3. I've seen a video on the Tony Robbins business event where he played a video of Jocko Willing, where he was in a very not elaborate way, but in a very precise way, in Jocko fashion, explained us to never give up and to keep going. Friends, I will write an article right now and I will just film my practice session, and with good energy to get into the flow of things, to take my time. This is a video that I present. Let's get into the practice. No justification. The article that I'm writing, Tony Robbins article. Basically what I want to be doing is, Tony Robbins had a very interesting TV series, I believe 2008, called The Breakthrough Series, and in there he interviews a couple which had a very tragic accident. I'm realizing that I'm actually getting distracted by the music in my ear. At the same time, a couple that faced a very tragic event where the husband okay, so we're writing an article where the husband broke his neck, and as a quadriplegic, with the challenges that he faces in life with his wife, a new story gets formed and facilitated by Tony Robbins. Okay, so this is what the series is about. The episode 1, and you can tell I appear to be a little bit nervous, obviously. Showing the craft, writing the articles, just make it good. And so with that, obviously the question becomes, what is the pain of the target audience that I'm addressing, or what are the motivations, what are the thoughts and feelings that I connect with my target audience, with the person that I would like to attract, to speak to give, serve, to understand more. So I'm writing this article with shareability in mind, so that I get to communicate with my target audience and understand their voting of how they receive my content by way of sharing. Because sharing is caring, isn't it? Exactly. So we're sharing, we focus on the metrics of sharing, shareability, and especially with written articles, understanding, getting the creative juices flowing. Tony Robbins' article. Okay, I've set myself a time limit of 30 minutes for this article to get the first draft out. So this is what we are doing here and how we're getting started. Let's go. Let's go. Facial relaxation. Yahoo! Guys, I believe Alright. Speaking value. Cutting out extraneous words. Where is the article that I wrote yesterday already? Organization. I know exactly where all my documents are. Okay, with trust, with faith, with happiness. Writing a serious article, an article that is both humorous and serious. How would that be done? How would I produce an article that is both humorous and serious? I guess I would have to delineate serious and humorous. Serious in the sense of, I used to write those articles for semenretentionpractice.com, a previous collaboration. And I was writing scientific articles with charts and graphics made in Canva and stats, which can be retrieved from one of those GPTs. So the question becomes, what is valuable for the target audience? What kind of article behind the scenes of productivity and humility productivity and humility. What a wonderful article. All right. Let's get the energy going. Energy. Stretching up, energy, intention. La. The intention for the article. Yeah, hey, yeah, ho, hey. The intention for the article. Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey. Ja, hey, mit dem Blick zur Kamera, ja, hey. Okay, so what I've started to do in the article, and I would like to obviously not overthink it, but as I'm just practicing here with massive action, I would actually like to develop a framework for a series of articles. What would obviously be very inviting to make one article for each of those episodes. of the breakthrough series, what I talked about before, which absolutely seems to be too inviting to not do it. And so what I've started to do is transcribing the actual words that the people in my target audience, which are displayed by the couple in the series, are thinking, feeling, and experiencing. Because once the person who is on the receiving end of the article, right, imagining somebody scrolling on his phone, seeing one of those very, very valuable, and attractive looking posts in one of those Facebook groups. And that's why I'm really giving the value. I'm really taking the time and I'm finding out what is valuable to my target audience. Faster, easy, and more likely. What kind of dream outcome? Where can I get my target audience towards? And what do they want to get away from? And as I'm realizing that this is just a practice session, and maybe I will or I won't write the first words right now, what is obviously the next step in the decision-making process is to take a look at some topics that I have already prepared, relaxed, and with faith, a lot of hours. How do I make it happen that I put a lot of good hours into writing articles, which is what I love to do? How do I make it so much fun? How do I make it so much more fun? How much more fun? Just reading the date of a birthday that I put here into my notes. It is in a totally unrelated document. That will be fixed. That will very briefly be fixed. Okay. Easy peasy quickly. Drive. Let's make a new sheet with a birthday sheet, which is something that I have done before, but does not hurt to have the birthdays properly filed away. Just to take the first step towards organization, it is not that hard. Let's get back to work. Lead generation mindset. Leads come pouring in avalanches of abundance. Of course, leads come pouring in avalanches of abundance. My clients trust me and my clients love me. I understand my target audience and their thoughts and their fears. All of my words are flowing to my client, and I speak precisely what they need to hear. I have a compelling lead magnet. That is a good incantation. But I'm writing an article right now. Each and every post is loaded with massive psychological value. I do believe that. Every word has massive impact. Yes, we can. When I am creating content, each word and each joule of energy goes towards providing value to my clients. Yes, I make the energy count. I am providing artistic and highly sophisticated content for my clients. I am getting my clients to where they want to go. My clients are getting to where they want to go. Yes. So that is the question. How do my clients talk to the problems that they would like to get help with, that they would like to decode their behavior? How is my target audience talking to themselves about the problems that they would like me to solve for them? Do they just call it daddy issues? Do they just call it mommy issues? How is it described? How do they describe themselves? What is my target audience saying? What are the words they're using? The massive emotional value that it can bring through reels, human emotion, the flip side of the nightmare emotions from the psychological wound. So a lot of people have certain psychological wounds where we seek either security or recognition, significance, or love, or avoidance of something like betrayal, or from these certain psychological wounds that many of us tend to have come certain motivations. And this is where the most help can be brought in the topics that are emotionally heavy and emotionally impactful for the client to get help with. Human emotions, human emotions, human emotions. What is the massive emotional value that I can bring through my reels? What is the massive emotional value that I can bring through my short form video content? What is, I know exactly the massive psychological value that I can bring to my clients, to my prospects, to my community. That is a good word to choose. It is a community indeed. I am bringing massive emotional value to the people in my community, as I am bringing massive emotional value massive emotional value to the people in my community. I am bringing massive emotional value to the people in my community. How do I do that? What are the human emotions that my target audience would like to feel, that when they felt more of those emotions and less of the flip side of the emotions that they want to avoid feeling, that is perceived as momentarily valuable, and if it lasts, also valuable long term. Remember, positivity and belief are ROI positive. Let's go. Excitement, elated, uplifted, motivated. Excitement, elated, uplifted, and motivated. Yes. Through my own relaxation and through the power of my voice, I get to help people feel excited, elated, uplifted, and motivated. Excited, elated, uplifted, and motivated. Yes. I am helping people feel excited, uplifted, and motivated. Excited, elated, uplifted, and motivated. Excited, elated, uplifted, and motivated. Yes, I am helping people feel excited, elated, uplifted, and motivated. Yes, I am helping people feel excited, elated, uplifted, and motivated. Yes, I am helping my community, my prospects, and my clients feel excited and uplifted and elated and motivated. Excited and elated and uplifted and motivated. Yes, I am helping my community and the people, my Facebook community. I am helping my community on Facebook to feel excited, elated, uplifted, and motivated. I am helping my community on Facebook to feel excited, elated, uplifted, and motivated. Excited, elated, uplifted, and motivated. Affirmations are important. And we want to get an article done. Right? So I'm thinking about what is the value that I can provide to my prospects and my community on Facebook. About that Tony Robbins episode that I saw and that they are very familiar with, obviously. Joy, peaceful, light, self-accepting, confirming people's suspicions, very important. Well, feeling understood, very, very important. Allaying people's fears, very, very important. Encouraging people's dreams, yes, of course. Yes, of course. Yes. Make it visually stimulating and harmonious. That is a nice way to say it. Visually stimulating and harmonious. Yes. Peaceful, light, self-accepting, visually stimulating and harmonious. Okay. Right? Value is getting my client to where he wants to go. Validating what he wants. clarifying for my client what he wants, resolving that which is getting in the way. Okay, so these are notes that I've made before of everything that can be valuable to my client. So I'm asking myself, as my target audience, as I'm putting myself into the shoes of the person that I want to talk to and speak to and connect to, being on Facebook, on his phone, being interrupted by an article by somebody who really put some heart and creativity and some effort into that, which is what I set out to do. Yep. And getting value from this post. Getting value from this post. Getting value from my post. Yeah, hey, hey, hey. Yes, to where he wants to be. Yes, 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 yes. Let's continue reading, and then I pick a topic, and then we start writing. It is that simple. What does the target audience want? What does the target audience need? I realized that avoiding eye contact is connected to shame. Interesting thing to observe. When we tend to look down, it's reinforcing pattern, where the physiology reinforces the emotional state, but the emotional state also forces us to take a physiology where we just, look on the ground. For example, when we feel guilty, we avoid eye contact. When we feel in shame. A little tangent, a little side note. Articles. Yes, in 10 minutes I can write the beginning of an article, and I am making quality so that somebody really gets value from that. Okay. Getting rid of the thoughts that they don't want, well, it is a little bit more complex than that, but that is that a desire that people have? Are there thoughts that my clients and my prospects and people in my community want to get rid of? Or certain feelings that they want to get rid of? Well, very certainly, very certainly. So when people want to decode their behavior, they are not saying, I want to decode my behavior. This is not a problem that in marketing terms would be called a top of mind problem. But how do my prospects articulate the things that they would absolutely feel certain that hiring me to resolve these issues would be the right decision, because I can articulate what the problem is and how it feels and how it sounds inside their head. What are the thoughts? What is the experience of dealing with the problem that I am helping my target audience resolve? And as I said before, as we realized that positivity, belief, friends, and action, getting the basics right is a very worthy undertaking, and certainly worth the price that I am charging, because the basics are the beginning of everything. And so I am picking clients where I can identify that is their problem, where I know that I can solve the problem easily, but it will certainly be impactful, and then I just do that. That sounds good, together with a guarantee. Getting the basics right. Yes, getting the basics right. But what is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem? Excuse me, what is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem that I'm solving? What is the problem that my target audience needs to be solved? What is the right way to go about that and to think about that, or to not think about it, to just go ahead and take action? Value. So value for somebody in my target audience who is already familiar with the work of Tony Robbins. Who's already familiar with the work of Tony Robbins and has very likely seen the TV series. Okay. And that's the challenge that they're describing. That is the challenge that they're describing, right? A newlywed couple, the husband, in a very unfortunate incident, breaks his neck and blames himself. So this is what I wanted to do. Exactly, I wanted to, but it's good to take time. It's good to take time. I will get it to the point where I'm spending some 4 juicy hours one morning, make one good article for the week, thousands and thousands of shares, because it's really done from the heart. we will get there. We are there, we are there. Right out of the gate with the right intention. Ja, hey, hey, let us go. Body language, power pose und was ist sonst noch? Was ist, what? Yes, okay. So they said, the happiest day of my life turned into my worst nightmare. So what we want to be doing is to just start in the last 6 minutes by analyzing the speech patterns and seeing what kind of problem would be to be found there. Yes. So that is how the movie was cut. Very short to the point sentences, obviously. The happiest day of my life turned into my worst nightmare. I was married to my husband, then she says the name, and at the end of our reception there was tragedy. Her husband broke his neck in a swimming pool. I think she said my. And people were screaming and I didn't understand what was happening. I told him he couldn't die, we just got married, that's right. They took his ring off him and gave me his ring to hold. He has not put it back on yet. Okay, so let's start by decoding that, how the stage is set. A newlywed couple, and there we see probably regret and disappointment on both sides. Exactly. This is where this can be going with the article. I told him he couldn't die, we just got married. So what we can do with the article is just use this story and make it as a general, pulling out the learnings from this story for everybody. Or we make that as an example what it means to get back up after a crisis when things have significantly changed, when life circumstances have significantly changed. We can make it about that. And we can make it about yes. The last 3 minutes. Okay, we have not written a word of the article, but I do feel we are making progress and we are getting there. Okay. Target audience, yes. And what is the interest of my target audience, right? What is the big interest that my target audience has that I can help facilitate with this story, from this story? And I know that the right inspiration is just coming effortlessly through me, effortlessly out of me. The right inspiration is coming effortlessly out of me, yes. The right inspiration is coming effortlessly out of me, effortlessly out of me, effortlessly out of me, yes. The right inspiration is coming effortlessly out of me, effortlessly out of me, effortlessly out of me, right? By speaking the desired state into existence, it helps raise the energy to receive the insights and the breakthroughs, as you are seeing here. Yes. And then another lesson is to also know when to call it a session. All right, I have a video call in 3 minutes. It will be about sales. That will be great to finish the morning in that way. It is 1:30 p.m. right now. We will have the call. And then we get back to the article. An entire afternoon. Plus 3 Twitter posts. Plus 3 group posts. Yes, certainly. It's coming effortlessly out of me. Hell yes. Hallelujah. I wanted to say, let's go. Let's go. Ho ho.